Good morning. I just got to school and the bell's going to ring in 5 minutes for kids to show up to my class. I've got to get all of this inside. So let's go. Thankfully, I found a student walking by my car at the exact moment I was getting out. So he helped me bring in the stuff. But my kids are coming in like 4 minutes. So I need to set up the flowers and celery, and I will definitely update y'all after this class. The bell just rung. Let's go get our kids. We made it to the end of first block, so now I'm on my planning until 11:20 because I have my planning, we have an Eagle's Nest, and my lunch all lined up on red days, which is so nice. So for my level kids, I did get it all set up, so let me turn it around so I can show you. So in level biology today, they were learning about plant transport. So we have regular water, blue, which you can really see the xylem right there, and red didn't do as well, but you can still kind of see it. And I cut up some cross sections for them to see there, and we also have regular flowers for them to see how they started to kind of get a little tint because of the water. So they started class by coming and making observations and 3 notices, 2 inferences, 1 question. And then we did our notes and stuff like that. And then they came back and answered questions officially now that they had the knowledge. And then we watched Magic School Bus gets planted. And it's always a fun day when your high schoolers are excited about Magic School Bus. So that was level biology. Now I need to prep for honors biology because it's kind of intensive today with we're starting with ATP and photosynthesis, and honors goes a lot deeper than level, so we need to get prepped. I also didn't say this. Hi, welcome back. My name is Sarah. I'm a high school biology teacher, and this is just a day or maybe a few days in my life. Today is Friday, February 13th, and so that explains my little heart hair, and I'm wearing my little Valentine's Day shirt. So in my district, we get a 4-day weekend because Monday is President's Day. So we have no school tomorrow, and Jonathan and I are gonna head back to Louisiana to go hit some parades because in Louisiana, they're off all next week because of Mardi Gras week. So we're gonna go ahead in town probably later tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. But yes, so today's my last day of work before a 4-day weekend. Woo! So yes, let's see everything I accomplished today. So I'm looking at our honors notes, and I realize our slides don't really line up perfectly to the notes. So I'm gonna go meet with my co-honors teacher and make sure I have the right answers on my notes so I can add them to the slides, because I have a few kids who are out in like ISS and such, and so we need to make sure our slides line up so they can teach themselves the content. So let's go find out the correct answers. Also, I forgot to say, in the middle of first hour, the principals came knocking on my door. They had a cart of goodies and asked me to be their Valentine, and they gave me this thing and some M&Ms. So I'm gonna enjoy these and put up my little cat on my wall of stuff. All right, I'm back in my room, and we have figured out what the notes are supposed to say. So now I'm going to sit here and just update our slides so that they match up for the students, just to make it a little easier on the kids who are absent, so they didn't know, like they weren't here in person when we explained the slides. So I'm gonna update these slides real quick, and then I'm going to assemble all of a student's stuff so that I can go bring it to ISS. All right, I just finished updating the slides. It is now 9:24 and my planning started at 8:51, I think. So it's been about 30-ish minutes already. So now I'm just gonna show you all a quick overview of what Honors is doing to prep for me bringing them over to ISS. So first, they're getting their new packet. We're going to teach them about ATP, and then, sorry, there's just like a lot of commotion going on outside. Anyways, we're going to teach them ATP, the photosynthesis cycle, the structures of chloroplast, and then about the gas exchange through the stomata. So they will get a packet, and we're doing the notes on page 1 today. After they do that, they're going to get a index card that they need to cut into 6 pieces with all the different pieces of the chemical equation for photosynthesis, and then also all the pieces for photosynthesis, and then also cellular respiration, so we can see the process of how we switch them. Anyways, then finally we are giving them this picture of a chloroplast, and they have to color and cut out all the tokens of photosynthesis and arrange them on here. And we're gonna make them do this as practice every day when they first walk into class. For this unit, they're going to arrange their photosynthesis cycle cards and chemical equation. And once we learn cellular respiration, they'll also have that one on their desk first thing, because repetition is key. So I'm going to finish organizing all this and go head them to ISS. So, yay! Let's go drop this off. All right, I've got all their baggies and all their notes done, so I'm going to go head this over now. All right, I just got back to my classroom. Some of our sinks, so we have the sinks in our lab rooms, some of them have been getting stopped up, so my co-teacher and I just went to Home Depot to buy like a little mini plunger. And then while we were out, we picked up some Jersey Mike's, and then I grabbed the stuff from my car. So I bought paper towels and soaps for the lab stations when I went yesterday to get all the flowers and celery. So I'm going to put this away, and then I'm going to go enjoy lunch with my co-teacher, and I will check back in a little bit. But we've just been kind of running errands today. I don't have much grading or paperwork I really need to do. I need to make sure I understand the biology because I teach it. I need to make sure I actually know the lesson and that I can explain what ATP is and stuff like that. But yeah, once I make sure that I know the knowledge, we'll be good. So I think I'm ready. So let's go enjoy our lunch with my co-teacher. The flowers are really starting to take on the color now. So this is, I put these in their colored water. I put those in colored water last night, like maybe 4 o'clock is when I did all that. So it's been, what is that? Not 12. About 18 hours, right? So about 18 hours, they're starting to show some good signs of transport. I'm in our teacher workroom. I'm by myself. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. It is room temperature. I was hoping it would be cold, but since I'm here, I also checked my box and there's nothing, so oh well. It is 11:16. I still have my sandwich. I didn't eat it because the peanut M&Ms ruined my appetite. So I have my sandwich. I'll probably eat it when it's actually like a little later, maybe like 1-ish instead of 11, because school lunch times, guys, crazy. So I need to use the restroom because the kids are coming to my classroom in 2 minutes, and I need to change the slides to the honors. That's still the end of levels, and I think that's it. I think we're ready for notes. I have all the colors out over here because they have to color their work. And actually, I'm glad I came over here. There's a ton of graded work sitting over here that I need to go back to my desk. Sometimes when the custodians come and I leave things back on these lab stations, they'll push it all to the side, and then I forget I even had it over there. So let's go put all this away, prep for honors, go to the restroom before we teach, because once they come, I teach for the rest of the day until 2:35, no breaks, which is fine. My alarm went off telling me the kids are coming, so let's go. I'm just putting the celery into the back fridge so that it does not die over the weekend, because I need it for Tuesday. So let's hope they stay alive, because as I showed y'all earlier, this blue one looks good. Yes. So there's my already pre-colored celery, and that's all the other celery for the other classes, and in case I need more for Tuesday. And then my classroom doesn't have windows, so I'm gonna go bring the flowers to one of the classrooms that does have windows so they can survive the weekend as well. We made it to the end of the school day. So it is now 2:35, and Jonathan's actually already home, way earlier than he normally is or should be, because he wants us to get onto the road tonight. So I need to get out of here as soon as possible. So just quick state of my room. I've got all the colors out still because honors is going to need it on Tuesday. I did put the celery and the flowers away so that they're safe and hopefully survive until Tuesday, so I don't have to make a new set. I did, while my last class was working, I did prep the blue day, so every single kid has their paper with a baggie and their name on it already ready to go. And yes, so let's get our bags and get out of here. I forgot, at the start of my last class period, so 7th block, my administrators came into the room. It was like all of them, like all 5 administrators came into my classroom, and I thought they were there to go get a student, like present something to a student, because it obviously wasn't a dour mood. So I thought they were gonna pull a student and stuff like that. But then they said it was for me, and I got an award. Hide my school's name. I got an award. So my district does a Rising Star Award. So it's basically like Teacher of the Year, but it's specifically for teachers who are within their first 3 years of experience. And I won, even though I started in October. And they gave me this cool little flower thing. So that was very, very exciting, and I feel very grateful. There's like a whole like banquet and everything in May, so that's so exciting. But yes, so that happened. But I think that's my only update. I was just so like flabbergasted that the teachers at this school nominated me for that, and admin chose me because of, like, I literally started in October. Like, I haven't even been here the whole year or anything. So that's super exciting. And yes, and tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I was playing music in the hallway all day. So cute, seeing all the girls with their little Valentine's baskets and flowers, and kids asking each other to be their Valentines. It was cute. So I was playing a ton of love songs all day. So yes, today was a good day. I'm feeling so confident about this ATP stuff now that I like actually refresh my brain, because it's been a long time since college when I learned all of this. But yeah. So let's go home and enjoy our 4-day weekend. And I just got home. It's 3 o'clock, so I'm going to go pack and get ready for our weekend in Louisiana. And that's where I'm going to end this vlog. So thank y'all so much for following along on Day in the Life of a High School Teacher. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.